Okay, today we will talk about the figure of education. But before that, let's we talk about Islamic education. Islamic education is a very ideal education. Islamic education grows and develops in line with the Islamic da'wah that has been carried out by the Prophet Muhammad. In this regard, Islamic education has different styles and characteristics in line with continuous reform efforts after the Prophet's generation, so that in next journey, Islamic education continues to experience changes both in terms of the curriculum and in terms of the intended Islamic education institution. Islamic education has grown rapidly since the legacy of the Prophet to our time today. Many figures of Islamic education who appear as reformers in this paper are divided into two generations, namely first, the classical generation consists of figures outside Indonesia, and second, the modern generation is devoted to the state of Indonesia. And I wanna talk about two classical figures of Islamic education. They are Imam Ghazali and Ibn Sina. Okay, let's learn first about the biography of Imam Ghazali. His full name is Abu Hamid bin Muhammad al-Ghazali. He was born in Tus, a city in Khurasan, Persia, in the year 450 Hijriah. Imam Ghazali since childhood has known as a lover of knowledge and a passion for seeking the ultimate truth. Even though he was hit by grief, beset by various kinds of sorrow and misery. Okay, the purpose of education according to Al-Ghazali must lead to the realization of religious and moral goals. So it's a very important talking about religions and moral goals, with the point of emphasis on obtaining virtue and takarub to Allah, and not seeking a high position or gaining world splendor, as quoted by Atiyah al-Abrashi that Imam Ghazali is of the opinion the aim of education is to draw closer to Allah Azza wa Jalla Subhanallah. Al-Ghazali didn't distinguish between science and ma'rifah, as was the general tradition of the Sufis. Indeed, he once mentioned that etymologically there is a slight difference between the two, and he does not object to the use of the term ma'rifah for concepts tasawwuf and ilm for a sense. However, in his various books, he often uses the two terms at the same meaning. And second one, we will talk about Ibn Sina. Okay, the biography of Ibn Sina. His full name is Abu Ali al-Husain ibn Abdullah. In the West, it is known as Avicenna, and he was born in 370 in Afsana, an area located near Bukhara in the Central Asian region. His father's name was Abdullah from the Balkans, a city famous among the Greek. Died in Hamzan, present-day Iran, Persia, and he died of the disease of the large intestine. Ibn Sina has a lot to do with education, perhaps regarding his thought on the philosophy of science. According to Ibn Sina, is divided into two, namely knowledge that is not internal, and second is internal knowledge. The internal science of its role as a tool can be called logic, but based on its purpose, science can be divided into practical science and theoretical science. And the aim of education, according to Ibn Sina are: the first one is it is directed to the development of all one's potential towards perfect development, both physical, intellectual, and character development. It is directed at efforts in order to prepare a person so that they can live together in the community by doing the work or skill they choose according to their talents, readiness, tendencies, and potential. And the last one, the purpose of education is skill, which means to produce professional workers. And nowadays we can see the figure of education is developing day by day, and in Indonesia also we have Kiai Haji Hasyim Asy'ari, and then Dahlan, and many others. Well, that's all about figure of education in Islamic, and it is known in the word Al-Ghazali Ibn Sina. Thank you.